Okay, welcome to today's session. In our today's session, we will learn about this Informatica client component. In our last session, we have seen how many client components are there, so how to create a mapping and everything. We have seen what are the different client component in designer and workflow manager, monitor and everything. In order to create a particular workflow, so these are all the 7 steps we have to follow. Okay, first we have to define a source, then target, then mapping. These 3 things we have to do it in the designer tool. This is what the designer we have to do. Okay, designer tool we have to do. And workflow, like a workflow we have to create, session we have to create, and then connection we have to provide. This connection is the credentials. Okay, normally in real time it may be like you have connections are parameterized, but here we are giving the connection. Okay, a hard-coded connection. After some time, I will tell you how to give the parameterized connection. Then we will go for the monitoring it. So we will continue with this, how to create the connection and everything. So go to Informatica. So here, just click on the repository. Before this, you should have started the Informatica service. At least 10 minutes before start the service. Wait for 10 minutes. It will get connected. Okay. In our repository manager, we have already created a folder. Okay, we have already created a folder. So that folder, we have to take it. So for an example, I'm going to take folder now. Okay, I'm going to take a folder. Or if it is not yet created, I can create a folder. Okay. So just a second. Which folder? Okay, we will create a new folder so that we can take that folder. So first of all, go to repository manager. In the repository manager, we will create a folder for us. Okay, so you can create a number of folders, no issues. You can create a number of folders here. Go here and you can create a folder. Go to repository manager. As I have already explained, this repository manager, it is used to create a folder, delete a folder, provide access and privileges, export the XML files, and see the history of the previous runs, just statistics. So go to folder, create a new folder. So here I'm just creating a folder. So click on create folder. So create it. Sorry, this is what folder will be opened, create folder. So here you can use the folder name is called. So I'm just making that. So 8:10 AM. Okay. So just I'm creating one folder called 8:10 AM. Just I'm creating a folder. The folder has been created. It will be available here. Just we will create a folder here itself. Then go here. Since after opening the repository, we have opened the repository manager and created. So just to disconnect it and connect it again. Then only whatever the changes we did, so it will be reflected here. Okay. So just we can go here and we can create. So again, disconnect and connect it again. So you can disconnect and connect it again. So this is what will be connected. It has been connected. So always we have to open the folder. Say for an example, you have to open the folder. So click on open. So then only the workspace will be opened here. Okay, workspace will be opened here. You can see out of all the folder, only one folder at a time you can open. Okay, only one folder you can open at a time. You cannot open. So if for an example, if I'm opening this folder, then this folder will get automatically closed. Okay. So if I open one folder, the other folder will get automatically closed. Even in the top also, you can see which folder has been opened. Okay, in the top. See here, source analyzer, the folder name is showing, right? Repository name, folder name, it will show. So because if you have a lot of folders, which folder is open, you can see here itself. So that's what you can go for this, this folder. Okay, just to open it. Then first, what is the process we have to do? Say for an example, this is what the setup. You have already created the setup, but I will explain the setup file. So this is the Oracle database we have already installed in our machine. This is the Oracle database. You can see here, this Oracle database we have. So Oracle 11G. Okay. In real time, it will be like a higher version. So in this 11G, we are going to split this 11G into 3 different schema. So we have scripted 4 different schema. Info also one of the schema, but info schema we are not using it. Okay. So this is system schema. This is HR. This is our core schema. Say for an example, this is what our HR schema, right? So HR schema. This HR schema, we are going to make it like a source. Okay. Source. And this core schema, we are going to make it like a target. A target. So this is source, this is target. Just I'm making that this is a target. Okay. So this HR schema, we have lot of tables. What are the tables are available? You can see some 7 tables will be there, predefined tables. We can use it 7 tables. After some time, we will create some other table also. Even if you want, you can import some other schemas. Okay. So employees, I can take other schema, other tables, like we have the departments table, we have the locations table. Like this, we have many number of tables are available. 7 tables will be there, the HR schema. Same way in core schema, you should have created one table called T_employees, right? T_employees. T is nothing but target. T denote that this is a target. We just created it. Okay, so here what we are going to do, we are going to make this HR schema source and this core schema as target. So through Informatica, so this is what the Informatica we are going to bring. Informatica, we are going to load the data into core schema tables. Okay. So if you have any other databases, say for an example, you can say I have some other database like SQL Server, I have Teradata or some other database. You can make Oracle as source and this SQL Server. Okay, SQL Server, or you can go for Teradata also. Okay, Teradata also, anything is fine. So you can make some other database. In the database, we used to have multiple databases. In Oracle, we will call it as a schema. In Teradata, in SQL Server, we will call it as a database. Okay, so this is one database, this is another database. Okay, so you can make HR schema source and you can bring Informatica here. You can take this SQL Server or Teradata as the target. Okay, in the target. Sure. The only thing is the ETL tool. Here we are the ETL tool, right? So in this ETL tool, we have to tell. So what is your source? What is your target? That's all. Okay, you can say Oracle HR schema employees table source, SQL Server, this database. Okay, any one database. Say for an example, retail database. The retail database, some other table is the target table. Okay, table is a target table. That's just you have to tell that information to the database. So you have SQL developer. So I have explained what is SQL developer. SQL developer is the front end tool. Okay, it's the front end tool. By using SQL developer or Toad, you can connect the database and then you can see what data is available. You can query this database. It's a GUI tool. Okay, you can query this. What is the tool for Teradata? SQL Assistant. What is the tool for SQL Server? It's the SQL Server Management Studio. So some tools will be there. So you can go for SQL Developer or Toad for Oracle, anything. But this tool, SQL Developer, will not store any data. It will not store any data. It's like a GUI only, the graphical user interface, just a front-end tool to query that what data is available in the database. So this is the system schema. This is a system schema. That's what our admin schema. We have username is system, password is admin. So here also username is HR, password is HR. Core schema, username is core and password is core. This is what we have. Okay, this is what the setup. The front end tool, it will not store any data. It will not store any data. All the front end tool, it will not store any data. Only the database will store the data. Okay, database will store the data. So this is what we have the setup. Okay, clear? Are you clear how we have the setup? From where we have to take? Even you can create target, you can create a number of tables. You can instead of Oracle, you can go and install one more database called SQL Server. You can download it from the net and then you can install it. SQL Server, and we can use the SQL Server as source and Oracle as target, or Oracle as source, SQL Server as target. Everything is fine. Okay, so anything is fine, just we can use it. This is the setup. Okay, now I will go to the Informatica. First step we will do. What is the first step? So first step, yeah, we can do 2 targets, no issues. Okay, if you have 2 tables, okay, many target real time will be there, right? So everything is the connection we have to create. One table should go for one target table, one database. Another table should go for another database. That we can do. Only thing is, in the mapping level, we have to create a mapping for 2 targets, one target and 2 targets. In the session level, we have to point this target is this connection, this target is another connection. Okay, you can do it. Okay, now I will go to the source analyzer. The first tool is called source analyzer. Second tool is called target designer. Fifth tool is called mapping designer. So what is these two? Transformation developer and maplet. What is this? These 2 tools are reusable component. A single transformation, if I want to reuse, I can go for transformation developer. This is what last session we have seen. And the maplet designer is nothing but again 2 or 3 transformations. You can combine it and then you can create one logic. Okay, first step. Please follow the first step. First step is source definition, where we can do source analyzer in the designer tool. What is our source? We are going to maintain what is our source? Employees table as source. We can take employee table as source. Okay, employee table as source. T underscore employee is the target. Okay, we can take employees table as source. Go to sources, import from database. Import from database, and then this is the ODBC data source name. I think here you should have created ODBC connection, right? ODBC connection you should have created. If not, click on the 3 dots, go to add. So here, what is the source? What is the source? You have to check the driver. We have to check the driver like Oracle Wire Protocol. If the source is SQL Server, we have to check this one. Okay, so you have to take all this and just we have to create this one. Okay, so Oracle underscore SRC, you should have created already. Just to finish it. So here this is what the Oracle underscore source name, host name, port number, service name. All this you have to give and it will be created. Then Oracle underscore TGT also. So this is what we have to give. I have already created. Just I'm clicking on OK. So you can go and check this one. Oracle underscore SRC. ODBC data source name is Oracle underscore SRC. So what could be the username? Username is HR. You can click on tab. Tab is nothing but your owner name. What is owner name? Owner name is nothing but it's a schema name or database name. Okay. Owner name is nothing but schema name or database name. Okay. Next one, password. See, remember the owner name should be in caps. Okay, capital letter. So click on tab, it will automatically create it. Then password is also HR. So this is the username, owner name, that is schema name, then password. So click on connect. Informatica backend, it will go and connect to the database and it will bring the tables and it will bring the tables here. You can click on the plus symbol on the tables. You can go down. So you can choose the employees table. First of all, we are taking the table called employees table. Take the employees table. click on OK. The employees table, you can click on OK here. This is the primary key, then this is the foreign key, and this is what we'll be having it. See, this is the self join. Okay, inside the database. This blue color is different. So this is a self join. Okay, the database level join is there. And then this is a primary key, this is a foreign key. Then these are all the column names. Column names, data type, and length. This is what you can import the database table. Only we are importing it. We are not importing data. Just we are importing the structure of the table. Now data will not be imported. Okay. Then go to target. Next one is target. First step is we have completed. Source definition we have completed. We'll go for target definition. Okay. Target definition. Go to target designer. Go to targets. Import from database. Okay. Import from database. And go to Oracle underscore target. You can go to core. Password also core. Click on connect. Here it will be connected. It will be connected. Then you can choose T underscore employees is the target table. Just to select this table, click on OK. You should have already completed this on the test mapping itself. Just I'm explaining it. What is it? Okay, how to create a connection and everything. Okay, this is what the target table. Target table, it doesn't have any primary key, foreign key and all, just a plain table. So we have done with two steps. One is we are done with source definition. We are done with target definition. We are going with mapping. What is mapping? So we have to do mapping on the mapping designer. Go to mapping designer. So here create a new mapping. So go to mapping, create M underscore mapping name. Mapping name is employees underscore. So mapping name is employees underscore data. Just I'm creating it. On mapping, I'm just creating it. Click on the plus symbol. You'll be having the source here. Look at here, source here. Left hand side, you can see the source. Oracle underscore SRC source. Oracle underscore TGT, you have the target. And then you have the mapping which we have created now. It will be available here. So you can drag and drop this one to this one. You can drag and drop source to mapping. Always left hand side you keep the source and the right hand side you keep the target. So whenever you drag and drop source into a mapping, right, the source qualifier will come into picture. What is the use of source qualifier? The source might be a heterogeneous sources. As I told earlier, sources might be a heterogeneous sources. Like you have sources like Oracle, SQL Server, DB2, any different sources, right? Flat file, SAP, Salesforce, anything. You can take the data from any sources. If the data types is different, it converts source qualifier. The first task of source qualifier, it converts source data type into Informatica native data type. Okay, Informatica native data type. This is the Informatica native data type, like a decimal, string, all this. Okay, Informatica native data type. And you can go for, this is the target. You can click on the target on the right hand side. You can move it here right hand side. Okay, so here you have the employee ID. You can select all. So keep the cursor here. Okay, so go to mapping. The third step we have to do it a mapping. Third step we have to do a mapping. So where we can create a mapping? In the mapping designer. Mapping designer. Go to mapping designer. Go to top. Create a new mapping. Mapping name always should be a small m underscore. Okay, naming convention. Look at here. Mapping name should be small m underscore. Create a mapping. It will be created. And then you have to just drag and drop source into mapping, target into mapping. Source into mapping, target into mapping. Source always on the left hand side. Whenever you drag and drop source into mapping, source qualifier will come into picture automatically. What is the use of source qualifier? Source qualifier is nothing but it converts source data type into Informatica native data type. Okay, Informatica native data type. Okay, this is what we should have created. Clear now? Clear? What is the use of mapping? Okay.
Can you please repeat one more time about the source qualifier, please?
Okay. So what is the use of source qualifier, right? Say for an example, you have different sources. You have flat file, okay, file system. You may take the data from file system, right? In file system, the data types are very different. Here we are using number. In file system might be integer or decimal or something. Okay. Here we are using varchar. In Oracle we are using varchar 2, but varchar 2 is not available in SQL Server or not available in Teradata. It's varchar only. So varchar will act as a varchar 2. That's the way in SQL Server and Teradata. Okay. In flat file there is no varchar 2. It's a string. So different data types we can use it in our source. Okay, source database, or it's based on the database. We will have the different data types. But source qualifier, whatever the source data type, it converts. So it can be Oracle, it can be a flat file, it can be a data from sources from SAP, anything. Okay, heterogeneous sources. That's what, right? So it converts the source data type into Informatica native data type. Look at here, here number, right? It is converting into a decimal. Varchar 2, it is converting into a string. So even varchar will convert into a string. Varchar 2 convert into a string into a string. Okay. So this is what it converts source data type. I will show you whenever I'm bringing the flat file, right? Flat file to Informatica, it will take another data type. So that data type also it converts in this way only. So inside Informatica, this is inside Informatica. Okay. Left hand side you have the source. Left hand side you have the source. Right hand side will be having the target. But in between we are going to do lot of transformation logic. So as of now only one transformation we are going to keep. But in future we will be bringing lot of transformation here. Okay, we are bringing in between, we are bringing lot of transformations. That's what Informatica mapping. Okay, so that's what it converts source data type into Informatica native data type. Okay, so right click on one of the column here. This is called one-to-one mapping. What is one-to-one mapping? So we are taking employee ID to department ID. So we can have this employee ID, keep the employee ID cursor here. So just one-to-one, we are not doing any transformation logic here. Keep the cursor here or on the data type, anything is fine. Keep the cursor here, drag and drop employee ID to employee ID. It will automatically connected. Okay, automatically connected. So this blue color is called pipeline, ETL pipeline. So what is pipeline? How in our real time, how we have the pipeline in our home, right? The same way how water is flowing, the same way data is flowing from source to target. If you right click and then you can see select link path, you can go for forward. So how the data is flowing from employee ID to employee ID. Okay, it will show you how the data is flowing for this phone number. You can see this backward. So right hand side will be backward, the front end will be here it will be a forward. Okay, so you can see here how the data is flowing from source to target. You can see this. This is what the link path. So we have done with 3 steps. So we have created a mapping. Just to control yes. The mapping should be valid. If it is invalid, we cannot create session. Okay, remember, if the mapping is invalid, we cannot create session. So mapping, this is a valid. If it is invalid, you can go and check why it is invalid. You can see the log here. Okay. If the mapping is invalid, you have to check the log here. Log. So here you have to check the log. So as of now, it's a valid only. So 3 steps we have done. Any doubt in these 3 steps? Okay, I hope you are clear. Now we have done with source definition, target definition, mapping. See, if you are going to do 2 to 3 times, right? So you will get clear idea. So what is source, what is target? So all this you'll be doing it. I will give you a lot of exercise today. You try to complete that exercise. Then go to workflow manager. Okay, we are done with 3 steps, right? So I will give you this Informatica client component document to you. You can check this document. Okay. Then go to workflow. These 3 things in workflow manager. Next 3 things in workflow manager. You can go to workflow manager here. Okay. So go to the workflow manager. Click on W here. Okay. Click on W here. Whatever the folder has been connected here, automatically it will connect the folder, the corresponding folder, it will connect it. It has been connected, same folder it has been connected, right? Same folder, it has been connected. You can see this folder has been connected. So workflow manager has 3 components. One is task developer, worklet designer, and workflow designer. So go to workflow designer. These 2 we will take it after some time. What is this? These 2 are reusable component that we will take it after some time. So this is what workflow designer. You can go to workflow here. So go to top and go to workflows, create the same way. Always you have to click on the particular tool. You have to go to the top. You have to create a workflow. Always workflow name should be WF underscore. Okay, small letter. Okay, lowercase, everything in lowercase. WF underscore, the meaningful name, employees underscore data. So denote that, it denotes that, okay, this is workflow, this is mapping. Okay, it will automatically create a session. You can see the start button will be there. Right click. See right side, you can see the session. So session we have to create. Either you can create a session here or you can go to the task and create it. Okay, start, you can create it. So if you're creating it, the session will be created. Then you have to give the session name. So instead of giving manually, you can click on the session icon here. One click on the session icon. It's a shortcut. Okay. Click here. So it will ask select a mapping to associate with the session. Choose the mapping. This is a corresponding mapping, right? Click on OK. The session will be created and link task. So link task, we can link it, double click on it. Okay, double click on it, go to mapping. The 4th tab is called go to mapping. Here you'll be having a source and target connection. See, always you have to point the source to source connection, target to target connection. Source should be a source connection. Okay, SQ underscore employees, you can go for Oracle underscore SRC. So this is what the source connection. Okay, see here, Oracle underscore SRC is nothing but if you click on the pencil symbol, then you'll be having the Oracle underscore SRC here, HR and connection string. Okay, then target, this is my target. You can choose this connection is pointing to Oracle underscore TGT. Okay, if your Oracle is, if your target is SQL server, right, you have to choose the SQL server target. Okay, we have to create a connection. So where will you create a connection? The backend, you are seeing the connections, right? There you have to create. Just I'm pointing to Oracle underscore TGT. See the below you are seeing, the above you are seeing that connections, right? So here you have to create a connection. This connection, it's a hard-coded connection, but after some time I will tell you how to give parameterized connection. First we will understand how the connection works, then we'll go for the parameterized connection. You go a little bit down, you can see truncate target table option. What is this truncate? So truncate means you are deleting all the records before loading the data into the table. Okay, before loading the data into table, you are truncating it. You can manually truncate, or you can manually truncate, or you can Informatica can truncate it. But normally in real time, you should not give this. Okay, for an example, I'm making that truncate table name. What is truncate? So truncate will completely delete the data. You cannot roll back it. You cannot roll back it. It's a DDL statement. You cannot roll back. It's a complete. How many records are there? Irrespective of number of record, it will delete all the records from the table. You can see here, it's an empty table now. T underscore employee is empty table. Then here in source, we have select star from employees. We have the table data. So here we have the table data, count rows. Here we have 107 records. Okay. So here we are going with core.
I have one question, sir.
Hmm.
Sir, in target table, should we have the, you can say, same structure of the tables?
No need. That's what here we are doing one-to-one load as of now. In future, we may do like a aggregation, anything you can do. It is not necessary that same structure should be maintained. Based on the scenario, you can create a more number of columns also.
So, sir, if I have the source, okay, I'm just putting some data into the target table. So are we required to create the first table in the, you can say, target table where we want to just insert the data? Or if we do not create, suppose that I have not created the table, I forgot on the target system to just create the table, okay, and I did the mapping, and after that I'm just everything I did it, you can say, for the transformation, okay, and I want to load the data in target table. It the Informatica will create the table, or we should create the table?
No. See, you need to import the table structure here, right?
Yes.
So you need to import the table structure here. So how will you import the table structure without data? So that's one question. Okay. So you have to create a table and you have to import the table structure. Or the second one, you can go to the target. You can create a target table structure in Informatica level.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Just
okay.
You can go here, create a target table. For an example, you can create a TB2 table or anything. Okay, Oracle table, you can create it. Okay, just a flat file and all, we used to create this way only, flat file. Just I'm creating one table called T underscore EMP. Okay, one table I'm creating, EMP or customer. Say for an example, T underscore customer I'm creating. If this table is available in target, this table is there in target, no, right? Just I'm creating this target table, double click on it, go to columns. Okay, go to columns. Here you can create a columns. So just 3 to 4 columns I'm creating. Okay, so this table, table structure we are creating only on Informatica level, not in the database level. Like customer name, customer ID, customer name, mobile number, some city ID, something I'm creating. Okay, address or something, mobile number, then which city he is from. Some columns I'm just creating it. Okay. Create this table. Customer ID is number data type. We can give the number. Customer name is varchar2. Can go for 50 characters. Customer mobile number is second number. Okay, it's a number data type. Varchar2, city is varchar2. You can go for 50 characters. Is this table is available in target? T underscore customer is available in target schema? No. Is there a table called T underscore customer?
No, this table is not available in there.
So where we have created? See here.
We have created in
T underscore customer is available. Okay, assume that I'm dropping it. Okay. Drop table name. Dropping it. That's table. You assume that there is no table as of now. Okay. As of now, there is no table. See, previously I have created this table. Okay, no issues. Is this table is available now?
No.
Table or view does not exist. You assume that table is not available. Okay. So is it possible to create from Informatica level to backend the database? Yes, we can create it. Manually, we have to create it. Runtime, it will not create. See, runtime, if you want to create, you have to use stored procedure. You have to call some stored procedure. Okay. That's what the use of stored procedure in Informatica. If you want to create a runtime table, so you have to use stored procedure, you have to call that. But here, just you can create a manually. How to create it? Select this particular table. Okay. So Informatica, so this is opposite way. So here we had a database table and then we have pulled that table. Here, this table is not there in database. Informatica level, this database table structure is available. You can select this table, go to target, the last option called generate or execute. Okay. Generate or execute SQL. Click on this. Click on this. See file name, this should be a file name only, not connected to target. So what is the target here? Click on the connect. So which option I have to choose? Can anyone tell which option we have to choose?
Oracle. This is target.
Oracle target.
Okay, this one we have to choose, Oracle underscore target. So what could be the username?
Core.
Your core. Password also core. Click on connect. See this is showing that it has been connected. Generate from, you want all the tables or selected table? Selected table only, right? Selected table. Create table. I want to create a table. Do we have any primary key, foreign key here? No. You can remove it. Just you can remove it. You want SQL query alone, or we want to create the database? It will generate SQL query and execute it. That's what generate and execute. So click on generate and execute. The file name will be available, no issues. Click on OK. So you look at here, the below, you can see the SQL statement processed. What is that? It's showing create table, table name, customer ID. Is it creating? Create table name? Yes, right? You can go and check now. This table has been created. So whether we have created? No. Manually we have created? No. Informatica has created. Okay.
So
This is also one of the way. But if you want to create runtime, you have to use some stored procedure. Clear?
But whenever we are creating the target in Informatica level, the source column should be the same, right?
Not an issue. So you can create some more columns also.
Okay.
In real time, instead of this one, you can create a more columns also. But
Okay.
so what is the logic you are creating? So you cannot drag and drop employees data to customer data, right?
Yes.
So it's a wrong actually. So employees data to employees data only. That's what we will load. So employees data to customer data, it's a wrong mapping actually. That's logically it's a wrong.
Yeah.
Sometimes this employee might be a customer, something you want to find out. So you can join this and then you can take that. So employee might be a manager. Okay. So that thing, employee might be also customer, right? For our company. So I want to find out whichever the customer is employee, that I want to find out. Then you can join this customer ID and employee ID. Might be phone number, you can connect it, you can get the information whether we are getting some matches or not. So based on that, we can say, okay, these employees are our customer, or these customers are our employee. That's what we can say. But joining these two table, it's meaningless. Okay, very rare scenario we will do it. Clear? Clear on the mapping level, session level. Session level, we have created the session and then we have provided the connection. Source is pointing to source. Target should be pointing to target. Go a little bit down. Why we are choosing truncate and table?
Every time it will be there.
Why we are choosing this?
I mean, to delete the.
Before loading the data, it will delete it.
Yeah.
So is it compulsory for all the mapping, all the session? No. If in real time, if you are going for incremental data load, you should not enable it. If you enable, what will happen? Always it will go and delete. See, your data warehouse is for history, right? Data warehouse we are maintaining for history. If you are enabling the truncate and load, what will happen? It will erase all the data, previous data. So don't do that. So unless otherwise business requirement, we should not do truncate and load. But why we are doing it truncate and load here? So the table space is very less. Instead of keep on adding the data into the table, we are just truncating the data and then loading. Okay. Okay, we have done with source connection, target connection. Go to config object. Go to config object. We'll go a little bit down. The stop on errors. The error handling will be stop on errors. Go to stop on errors. You make the stop on error equal to 1. What is the meaning of 1? If any one error occurs, it will stop it. It will stop the execution. It will fail. Okay. Then go to general tab. You can enable fail parent if this task fails. That means if this task fails, the parent of the task is this table. Okay. This workflow. So it will also fail. So this is the meaning of fail parent if this task fails. Any doubt here? Any doubts? Control yes. It's a valid now. You can see it is a valid now. So are you clear all the 6 steps? Any doubts? So first we have defined the source, target, mapping, workflow we have created, session we have created, and we have provided the connection. So I told how to create a connection also. It's a one-time activity. Creating the connection here, go to relational connection, creating a connection here, it's a one-time activity. After that, you can use the connection name and then you can use it. Okay. As of now, if you look at here, the target table doesn't have any data. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to run the workflow. You keep the cursor on any white space or any white space, click on start workflow. Start workflow. The monitor will be opened now. Okay. The monitor, repository manager, designer, workflow manager, and monitor. Monitor will open. So automatically it will be opened. You can see here. So IS is nothing but integration service. The integration service is responsible for data movement. It will move the data from source to target. It handles 3 threads. What is the 3 threads? Reader thread, transformation thread, writer thread. So reader thread will read the data, writer thread will write the data, transformation thread will transform. You can see here, go to task view, not Gantt chart view. Gantt chart view, this is the Gantt chart view. Normally L1 team will have it. Go to task view. You can choose this particular workflow. Then you can see this is running now, right? Got succeeded. Right click on the session. This is called session. This is called workflow. Okay. This is called session. This is called workflow. Right click on the session. You can go to run properties, last option. Run properties. And then you can see here the source qualifier. Okay. Source qualifier, you can see 107 record in the source, 107 record loaded into the target. Is there any rejection? No, there is no rejected record. If there any error, then this will get failure. Okay, this session will get failed. Then you can open it, get session log. You can see the session log. You can press E, it will go and stop it in the error. Okay, if you press on E, it will go and stop it on error. Then you can find what is the error. See here, I told 3 threads, right? 3 thread will be there. Look at here, threads. So 3 thread. One is the reader thread. Reader thread, you can always see the source level. Okay, from where it is reading? User HR schema, it's reading. And writer thread. Writer thread, you can see core schema. User is core. Same database XC. That's what. Writer thread. Okay, reader thread, writer thread. Writer will be having insert into table, insert statement. Look at here. Insert into table name, values. See all the columns, values you are making, values, question mark. Why question mark? In the runtime, it will load the values. Okay, runtime to load the values. Then you can go and check here. The next one, reader thread. It is running the source qualifier. So anything you cannot copy it from here, but if you want to copy the statement, you can copy it from the source. Look at here. So what is the query it is writing? Select all the column names from table name, correct? Select all the column names from table name. So this is what Informatica will write the query and then it will automatically fetch the value. Okay. So it will write the data from the Informatica level and it will fetch the value. This is what will be having it. And you can click on close it. So if you go and check now, so Informatica should have loaded the data. Okay, any doubt here?
Like in the real time, if we get any errors, we need to go to the session log. There, we based on the thread, we can identify whether it is a source error or target error, mapping level error, right?
Yes, correct. See, we will troubleshoot it. Okay, yeah. So we will troubleshoot it. We will the importance of this the training, right? Troubleshooting the error. Okay, you can learn this and all by seeing any YouTube. You can learn it, but the troubleshooting and troubleshooting is the main one. Practicing more exercises. If you are doing more mistakes, it will get failed. You can bring it to this particular session. We will take it your system as screen sharing. then we will see it, why it got failed. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what the main objective of the training. Okay. So we need to troubleshoot more and more. That's what you can get it.
Sir, if the you can say target table have the less column, then one
Less
column
column,
less.
then mapping
Yes.
you have to do the less column only. See, instead of having 11 columns, we have only 5 columns. Only
Yes.
5 columns you are going to map it. That's all.
Automatically will map the 5 columns and will insert the data only in 5 column.
5 column. You have to do it. See, your 5 column, we have to do it. It will not automatically map it. See, only 5 columns here we have.
Yes.
Those 5 columns we have to select it from here.
Okay. We
For
should
example,
consider which column we want to move from source to destination.
Yes, correct. See, these 5 columns you are having in the target table, then these 5 columns only you are mapping it. Okay.
Okay.
So normally that's what we will do. Joins, we can do go for lookup, and
Oh.
sometimes you will go for lot of other columns also will be there. Okay, here some other columns will be there. I want to know department name of the employee. Department name of the employee. How will you do? You have to join, right?
Correct.
By using the department ID, you have to join it. Then only I can get the department name. So that we will take it after some time. How to join it, how to take the data from a flat file to join. So that thing we will take it after some time. Okay. Just we are saying one-to-one load. I told it's a one-to-one load, right? One-to-one is nothing but, so it's a one-to-one. Okay. Employee ID to employee ID, first name to first name, like one-to-one. There is no logic in between. But in future, we are going to create logic by using this transformations. Clear? Okay. If I run workflow again, what will happen? That's the question. See, if you run the workflow again it will go and read the data from source to load the data. But what we have given this property, we have done with truncate and load, right? We have done with truncate and load. It will truncate the data in the table. Again, it will get loaded. Clear? If you go and do any again, you are going to do. If you haven't enabled truncate and load, what will happen? It will append the data. So I will show you that. I'll show you that. Now we have enabled truncate and load. Now we have enabled truncate and load. Once it got loaded, you'll be having 107 record only. Why 107? We have enabled the truncate and load, right? We have enabled truncate and load. That's what it will have 107 record. You can see here. So double click on it. So my system is taking a long time. You can see here, I can have this execute the statement. You can see the count 107. Okay. Just what I'm going to do, I'm not taking the truncate and load, removing this truncate and table option. Okay. If there is a primary key on the employee ID, what will happen? If there is a primary key on the employee ID in the database as well as in Informatica, what will happen?
Duplicates won't allow, right?
Yeah, it will fail. Okay. But there is no duplicate. So there is no primary key on this particular employee ID. So the same data will get inserted now. 2 times also it will get inserted. In real time, that's what we have to do. If we will create a logic. If already data is available, don't load it. That's also we can create a logic. Okay. It will fail, right? So it will fail, but in real time, we should not allow to fail. So if already this particular record is available in target, don't load the data again. That we have to tell. That's called SCD, slowly changing dimensions, how we are loading the dimension table. So now we have removed the logic called truncate and load. Since we do not have any primary key, it will go and load all the data. You can see here. If you go and count the rows, you're having 1, 2, and 4. Why? So second time it got loaded. If you are making order by, so you'll be having 2 records, correct? 2 records got loaded. If it is a primary key, then your Informatica will fail, saying that unique constraint violated. Clear on this? Again, if you are going to load, third time it will go and load. Okay, it will increment. Yes, Divya. Yeah.
Yeah, Chandra, I just have one question. So you told that when we apply a logic that like it should not load same time, something like that, right? Yeah. So at that time, when we try to run the workflow, if any new it will not fail, but it will not execute the flow because we have applied the logic.
No, it will execute the flow. It will check it. See, I got your question. See, here I have 107 record. That same 107 record is coming. In source, there is one record newly has been added. Whether it will omit this particular, exclude this new data also, no. That's what we have to find it. Whether this ID is available on target or not. Okay. This ID is available in target or not. If it is not available, we have to insert the record. Correct?
Yeah.
If it is available, then we have to
leave it.
Yes.
Omit the thing. Yeah.
Yes. That's what
so yes, Chandra. So in that case, how do we okay, so if it is not existing, we will insert. But let's say that all the records are already existing, and we through timestamp, or how do we know that this flow got executed, but it is as is, like it didn't
this is what like a ID column, we will check it.
ID column.
This employee ID column, the ID column should be there, right? So that's what the primary key, the functionality of primary key. By seeing this primary key, we will check it. But how to take source data? Say for an example, that's what your question. For an example, daily we are running this flow. Okay, assume that daily we are running the flow. We have this table. So is it necessary daily to take all the data? So here I have 1 year of data. We have 1 year of data. Should I take daily 1 year of data to Informatica? So always if you take 1 year, so what will happen? Already it is available. Again and again, you are checking that same data, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So we will be running this flow every 1 day once. Assume that data load is 1 day once. Data load is daily once. Daily once you are loading. So for an example, today 9 o'clock you have scheduled. 9 a.m. you have scheduled. So 9 a.m. you are scheduling it. How it will pick the data? Yesterday 9:01 a.m. Okay, or yesterday 9 a.m. to today 8:59 a.m. Whatever the data has been inserted or updated here, so that data alone we are going to pull.
So only incremental data it will pick. Okay.
That's what we have to write. That's the logic.
Okay.
That's the
Informatica check the count, right? Every day.
Yeah, we can whatever we are doing, that's what our task. Okay. It will be loaded into the source system. Say for example, today there will be some transaction, Saturday, Sunday list transaction, or based on the business, Saturday, Sunday, more number of transactions. Okay. So whatever transaction happened, the timestamp will be taking. Okay, timestamp. We'll be having audit columns, right? Created timestamp. Timestamp. So based on the timestamp, we are pulling the data from source to target. Clear?
Okay. And how do you check the timestamp, Chandra? Like where you go and check that?
From the source qualifier. From the source
qualifier itself.
One column will be there, source qualifier. If you double click on it, source qualifier, you'll be having a column, the SQL query. That I will tell you. Okay.
Okay, fine.
Here we have to write the SQL query.
Okay, Chandra, got it. Yeah.
Okay. Someone has asked the question like, do we have scheduler? Yes, we have the scheduler. Where we have the scheduler, go to workflow. So normally how we are doing it, we are running manually, we are running the start workflow, right? Manually we are running. Instead of manual run, in real time it will be scheduled. How can I schedule? Go to workflow. You can go to the schedulers here we have, or you can go to edit. You can go to the scheduler. Here you can click on the scheduler. We can schedule it. See here, we can schedule it. So 9:05. So I'm going to schedule it 9:07 a.m. Start date is this one. Always future date we can schedule it. Run on integration service initialization. That's what our option. Run once, run every 2 minutes. Say for an example, run every 2 minutes. End after some 2 runs I'm giving. See, end when it should be ended, that you have to give all the options. Customized repeat. That means every second Saturday it should run, every weekend it should run, something. You can give here, all this option you can give. Apply OK here, save, and then click on this time instead of start workflow, I'm giving a schedule workflow. schedule it. So it will be saying that workflow has been scheduled, right? Workflow scheduled on this particular timing. If you go here, you can see the workflow has been scheduled. What is the timing? 9/7 it has been scheduled. See, look at here, I'm not doing anything. 9/7, it will automatically execute the flow. Okay, I'm not doing anything. 9/7 will automatically run the flow. We are not going to do. That's what Informatica scheduler. That's what Informatica scheduler, but it will be compatible only for Informatica. If I want to schedule any Unix jobs or any big data jobs, okay, Hadoop jobs or anything, it cannot be done in this Informatica flow. That's why we will go for some scheduler called Control M, some common scheduler for all the jobs to schedule. Now it's running, right? Automatically, I'm not doing anything. Preparing to run, showing. It will run. So every 2 minutes I ask to run. So once it has been loaded, automatically it will go and run, schedule it for 9/7 a.m. Correct? Why 9/7 a.m.? Every 2 minutes I have given. Same way we have to give every 1 day.
So it means for OLTP system, we can schedule the data. Okay. So
Yes.
So if we have the OLTP system of the transaction table, so every 15 minutes, every 20 minutes, every 1 hour data.
Normally minimum timing is half an hour. Okay.
We are taking from the source from the OLTP system to uploading into the warehouse. Yes.
It is an automated process. Look at now. It has automatically scheduled by 9 a.m. right? 9/9. So 9/9 automatically it will run. Every 2 minutes I have executed. So to show you that schedule, I have executed like at 2 minutes. After 2 runs, it will go for unscheduled. But the thing is, in real time, you can make it like every 1 day once, every intraday jobs like 1 hour once, half an hour once, 4 hour once, 6 hour once, 8 hours once. So based on that table volume, table frequency. So what is the frequency of data you want it in the reports? So they will tell us, the business analyst will tell us. Based on that, we have to schedule it. Clear?
But Chandra, when like every 30 minutes once or 1 hour once that frequently the job runs, at that time also it will look only for incremental data, right? If there is no data, it will not do anything. It will just run the job. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that is what we have to write. So instead of 1 day, picking 1 day data, we have to take 1 day, half an hour data. If it is half an hour jobs, if it is 1 hour jobs, whatever the data has been inserted or updated in source. Source is nothing but transaction happened. Say 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock, how many members has ordered the product? How many new customer has been added in the source? How many customers has been changed their mobile number? So that's what the changes happened in the source. That's what we are pulling and then loading into a data warehouse.
In real time, we have half an hour jobs and 1 hour.
Yeah, we have. Yeah, in our real time, we have half an hour jobs. So all the transaction tables, we have the half an hour jobs. Mostly like dimension table will have only 1 day once. Dimension table and all, it's 1 day once. Dimension table will not frequently change. Even 1 day once also dimension table will not change. See, all the customer, they are not going to change, right?
So before pulling the data, we should, you can say, point out to just take the only incremental data.
Incremental data, yes. Okay, look at now. Look at now, it has unscheduled state, right? So why?
Yeah.
Why? Because we have given only 2 runs. That's all. Clear?
If the, you can say, server is down in Informatica,
then server, it will go unscheduled state. Server is down, then we go for unscheduled state. So everything we have to manually schedule. The support team, the L1 support team will do it, but it's very, very rare scenario. So availability of this Informatica server is 99.999. Okay. Clear?
So if the process is completed, suppose source to target is transfer the data. In between, we are not, Informatica will not keeping any kind of data. In repository, there is no data.
Yes.
Only source and target.
Yes, correct. It will not keep any data. Okay. Informatica will not keep any data. If you want to keep it, we have to enable the caching option that I will tell you. Only lookup we have to caching. Okay. Source data, target data, it will not keep anything. So first we are taking only like a basic only. So these things definitely you will get to know. So once we are going like day by day classes, you will get to know all the concept very clearly. Okay. That's what in real time we will do it. You can able to go and work in real time. Okay. No issues on that. Sorry. Please go ahead. Yes, Divya, please go ahead.
No. There was a lot of background noise, so that's what I was.
Yeah, I have muted.
Yeah. Thanks, Chandra.
Okay. So the thing is, we have completed employees table to T_employees. We have 7 tables. Okay. We have 7 tables, departments, locations, and other tables. Complete all the 7 tables by today itself. Okay. Employees to T_employees, departments to T_departments, locations to T_location. It's a 1-to-1 load. Jobs to T_jobs. You have to complete all the 7 tables by today itself. At least 4 tables, 3 tables, minimum 3 tables you have to complete it. 3 mappings. Okay. Then only tomorrow session will be easy for you.
Okay.
Tomorrow we are going to take flat file to table. How to read the data from a file system. So your third party vendor will be placing the data in the file, right? So how to read the data from a file, what are all the different options will be there in file. So file system in real time, we will face a lot of issues. We will take it all the issues tomorrow. Okay. If you are facing any issues, please post your doubts in the WhatsApp group, our group. So if someone is not included, I will include today. Okay. So you post your doubts in the group, we will solve it. Okay. If not, we can do it tomorrow session. You can share your screen like 5 to 10 minutes. We will complete it.
Okay.
So today's exercise is you have to complete source to target mapping for remaining tables, table to table.
Okay. So
basically everything.
Yeah, we can go ahead.
So basically everything, right? Mapping, after mapping, workflow, everything, right? Like until execution.
Yeah, until execution. You have to load the data. So you have to load the data into target table from source table to target table. How we have created this employees table, T_employees. In admin schema, we have created, right? Create table name core.T_employees as select star from HR.employees where 1 equal to 2. The same way, other tables you have to create, other tables, then you can load it into the target table. Okay.
So the tables are not in the admin already, like a sample. I thought
no tables will be available in core. I think in your system, only one table will be there in your core system. Okay, core database. See, target table you have to create it, but source will be available.
Source is available.
Source is available. Target table you have to create it.
Okay. But
but
source is available. Okay.
Yeah, source is available. Source always available. In real time also source should be available. Then only you can take, right? Source will be available, but real time also target we should create. And that's why I'm asking you to create.
Okay, so target table we have to create in the admin schema only, right? Not in the core schema.
You have to create in core schema. I have given you the shortcut how to create it.
Okay.
Got it. So how to create it? Okay. So day 4, Informatica setup, info setup file. I will send you all the notes, and right away I will send. Give me some half an hour. I will send it to you all. Okay.
Okay.
So Chandra, you told that then we need to create the tables for the departments, location, something like that, right? That's what you're asking, right? At least three things, whatever you're asking.
Yeah. T_departments.
Department, locations.
Yeah, T_jobs. That you have to create it in that core, and then you have to load it.
Okay, fine, Chandra.
Okay. So please complete it. Actually, I did very slowly today. I thought of doing like a flat file also, but we did it very slowly. And some of us, we have some new, very basic level we are having, very new to this Informatica. That's why I have taken very slowly. Okay. I will send you this recording. Please watch the recording. You can do by watching it. Okay. It's very simple only. It's a 1-to-1 load. Why I'm asking you to complete at least 3 to 4, right? Then only you'll get to know what is source analyzer, what is. See, if I'm saying go to target designer, So, okay, target designer will be there in designer. Okay, go to task developer. It will be there in workflow manager, workflow designer. Okay, create a connection that I'm telling, then you can able to understand where it will be. Okay. So at
Like
least you have to
flow.
do what is the step we have to follow. Yeah, yes. Yes, Shravan.
So I want to know the glimpse about what is full load, incremental load, and truncated.
That I will tell you after some time. Okay.
Okay.
See, full load means you are taking always all the data from source. That's called a full load.
Okay.
Full load you are doing it. Incremental load means that's a delta load. See, whatever
Okay.
the incrementally we are having the data, that data we are taking and then loading it. We have some concept is called CDC, change data capture. That I will tell you. Okay.
Okay.
Sometimes later point of time I will tell you what is this.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, clear? So I will send you this document. Please go through that and you can able to complete it. So once you have done everything, see designer, workflow manager, monitor, you right click on the REP rep and then disconnect it properly. Okay, disconnect it properly. It will get disconnected. Tomorrow, if you want to open it, you have to open with start the service and then you have to open. Okay. Yeah, I will send you this document. Please go through the document and mapping, naming convention, everything I have given. So please follow it. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you all. We will meet tomorrow the same time. We will complete table to flat file to table. Okay.
Okay.
File to table, table to file. That we will complete. Thank you all. We'll meet tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chandra.
Yeah, thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.